What's up, y'all, man? It's your boy, man, Young Ty, here today, man. I just wanted to talk about relationships versus being single, and I just wanted to talk about just women in general and men in general and relationships and how we going about them these days and how, the dynamic has changed, man. And I'm seeing that, I'm experiencing that firsthand. First and foremost, I'm learning that you don't ever want to chase a woman. You don't ever want to chase a woman because if you chase, you'll always be chasing. Once you start chasing them, and you're gonna always be chasing them. You're gonna chase them right out the door. You're gonna chase them right out the door. So, and I was guilty of doing that. And like right now, I'm like cutting off all my social media, all my everything. I'm gonna still have a little glimpse, but I'm kind of just descaling back on everything just to kind of get in tune with myself. And I just want to tell all the fellas out there, chase your goals. And someone told me that, and it's resonating with me, and I wanted to resonate with somebody else. Don't chase these women because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Chase your goals. Be a better person. Chase your happiness. Do things that make you happy. Get your mind in a happy place, your body in a happy place, whatever makes you happy, and everything else will come. Everything else will come. Girls or the woman you want, or the woman, the kind of woman you desire, all of that will come by just chasing your goals. And I think a lot of us men, I do it. We all get so concerned about a relationship and who we gonna be with. And I like her. I just came through a heartbreak, so I understand. But I'm starting to just realize a little bit more and more that no one's gonna care about you more than you. No one's gonna put you first more than you. And you have to have that self-love, and you have to make yourself happy. Work on yourself. Don't depend on relationships. And that brings me to this point. I've gotten to a point where I don't even want a relationship anymore. I'm being honest with you. I give you a little bit about myself. I had a female recently. I had a child with my daughter's mother. We had a marriage and a 3-year relationship, and it didn't work. And that's cool. Things happen. Me and her actually very cordial now. Through all the bad times we had, we actually became to be very cordial now. And I took my break, was single, but even myself, I still didn't know what I really wanted. I still didn't really know what I was really looking for. I thought so much that I wanted a woman, a relationship. I wanted relations. This is what I swore I wanted, and I thought I wanted, right? And so the next woman I met, which I was with her for about a year. I was forcing to be with her, not forcing, but I kept wanting to be committed, and I wanted to be this kind of guy, and I wanted to be in a relationship, and not knowing that. And I think a lot of men and women need to know what they really want, right? What do you really want? And as I got older and more experienced, I started to realize what I really want, and not knowing that all I was really looking for was companionship. That's all I really was looking for the whole time. I wasn't looking for, and it showed, because when I did get her and we did become exclusive, and the relationship that I wanted, she gave to me, I didn't know how to act. And I wasn't doing anything on purpose, but it was just a lot of her needs that I wasn't fulfilling. And I wasn't doing, I wasn't, calling her every day, making sure she's okay, checking on her, financially doing things, I would take her out, I would do all that kind of stuff when we were together, but you know what I mean, just giving her that extra hope financially, that, all of those things that you want out of a relationship and a partner, I wasn't doing because I thought I wanted a relationship. But now that I found myself more, and I realized all I really wanted was a companion. And that leads me to companionships, relationships, or companionships and friendships. And what do you want? And me, I don't want a relationship anymore. I don't want to be, I think I heard Nick Cannon say this, and it's so valid for me. It hits. So I think everybody puts too much emphasis on relationships, or too much emphasis on someone else making them happy, especially women. Women do this more than men. They have to get with a man to justify their happiness, right? And a lot of men do this. I was guilty of it, and I still am. I'm just getting over it, right? we have to be with a woman to justify our success and our happiness. And I just, the more wiser I get, the more older I get, I just don't believe that that's how it go. And, now, I want a companionship. I don't want a relationship. I don't want to be responsible for someone's happiness. Okay? I want someone who's already happy in her life, already has her thing going, already has her situation, her family, her happiness. She doesn't need me for validation, and I don't need her for validation. We come together to share our happiness and bond together. And if that turns into something romantic down the line, if God has that in plans, then fine. I'm fine with that. But initially, I'm not looking for a relationship. My view has changed. I want somebody, because a relationship is just what someone can do for the other. A lot of these relationships, a real relationship it means more than that. But a lot of these relationships nowadays is just, what can you do for me? How can you make my life better? How can I make your life better? There's no real true companionship, and that's what I want now. I want somebody who knows me, who knows how I operate, but is also not relying on me. If I don't call her that night, it's gonna be unhappy, and I'm gonna affect her life and her happiness because she's so into me, and I've sold her all these dreams of relationships and being with only her, and forever, and now that turns into hurt. I don't want that kind of pressure, and like I said, people might agree with me, people might not, and that doesn't mean I want to be a player. I want to mess with 1,000 girls. I'm not saying that. I just want one girl and have companionship with her. You know what I mean? And if that companionship turns into something more intimacy, I'm fine with that, because that's where it starts, right? Being friends. But I'm also fine with just having a person who, and that's really what I want right now, a person who I don't have to live with every day. She doesn't have to live with me every day. She doesn't have to speak to me every day. I don't have to speak to her every day. She gets it. If she wants to speak to me, she knows I'm available. If I want to speak to her, we have to understand it. I know she's available for me. We're friends. We're great friends. We're great companions. And I want that understanding from her. And I want to have that understanding towards her. And that's more so what I'm looking for nowadays. Just great companionship. Somebody who understands me. Somebody who I understand. Somebody who says, Tariq is not an affectionate kind of guy. I know him. I know him for years. Like, I deal with him how I deal with him. Like, and we rock like that. And I'm happy. She's happy. She goes on with her life. She's not looking at me to validate her happiness, and I'm not looking at her to validate mine. And that's what I want. You know what I mean? And I think it's a difference between companionship and relationships. You know what I mean? And I don't want a relationship, because in a relationship, and that's not how it's supposed to be, but in most of these relationships nowadays, it's one person depending on another person to make them happy. And that should never be the case. You got to make yourself happy, and I'm learning that. And then once you're happy, it's no one else that can really, they only can add to that, right? And they're going to be happy to add to that. A true companion, a true friend is going to be happy to add to that, because you're going to see how your energy is. And that's what I want. And, I think the reason why I've been so bad in relationships is because I've never really known what I wanted. I thought that I wanted to be exclusive and one girl, but really all I really wanted was companionship. And I think when most guys start to be honest, and women, about what they want and clear about what they want, I think we all in society can have better success. So right now, I just wanted to, tell the difference between companionship and relationships. I want to let you guys know what that was, in my opinion, what I want, my experience. And like I said, guys, the same thing goes with girls, but especially my young black men, man. If you out here, don't chase no woman, man. Chase your goals. Chase your dreams. If you find a good companion that can accompany you and support your dreams and support your goals and see your vision without putting too much on you, so you can still accomplish your goals, and that's fine. I'm more than willing for that. But put yourself first. Woman is always gonna be here. I'm starting to learn that. It's millions of women in the world. And you have to focus on yourself, because the sad part about it is, if you don't, and you continue to just focus on woman and chasing women, and is she gonna like me, and Facebook, and this and this and this and this, when you do attract a woman, you're not gonna be who you should be, because you didn't take the time to work on yourself. Everybody's so quick to get in a relationship, it doesn't work out, they want to jump to another relationship, they want to be with somebody else. We all do that, because we don't want to be lonely. But you have to take the time, better yourself, know what you want, embrace being alone, embrace your mistakes. That's what I'm doing. Embrace my mistakes, my flaws, how I treated her, and things like that, and realize maybe I'm not relationship material. Okay, that's the first step right now. Maybe I'm not, it's not for me, right? But another person relying on me for their happiness is not for me. I'm not into that no more, right? Have your own happiness. I'm gonna build my own self-happiness. We come together as great companions and build off that. And if that can turn into some further relationship, I'm all for it. But that's kind of where my mindset is at. So man, drop your fees in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Companionships, relationships. I know what I want right now after my experiences and my dealings, and appreciate it, man.